शानो वृत्रशानवरुणः शानो वरं शानो इन्द्रो बृहस्पति शानो विष्णुरुद्रक्रमः नमो ब्रह्म नमस्ते वायु त्वं प्रत्यक्षं प्रमामि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म अवदित्यामि कृतं वदस्यामि सत्यं वसत्यामि तन्मावहूतं वक्त्रवतु वक्तुं मां वक्तुं वक्त्रम् ॐ शान्ति 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 शं नो मित्रवसं वरुणसं नो वज्रयामि सं इन्द्र बृहस्पतिं सं नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्म नमस्ते वायु त्वं यो प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म त्वं यं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वादिस्य त्रितं भव अवस्याम सत्यम् अवस्यामि तं माम् अवर्तिं तम् अवरक्तं मामि अवाहम् आवत्यं वक्त्रम् ओम शांति शांति शांति। चावल ले लीजिए अंदर में। ओ सॉरी एक मिनट अंदर में। क्या है? क्या कैमरा है क्या उसमें? लाइव स्ट्रीम इसमें। नया चीज देख रहा हूँ इधर आगे है ना। पुनन्तु मां देवत्यं पुनन्तु मां सदित्यं पुनन्तु विश्वभूतानि ताद्वेत्यं पुनत्ति माम् ॐ अस्य कर्णपुण्यं ॐ पुण्यम् ॐ पुण्यम् ॐ पुण्यम् ॐ पुण्यम् ॐ उदागाति सकुते सां यज्ञत्र ब्रह्मपुत्र एव संवेतुं संतिं व्रीसेव वायुसितु पतिं प्रत्यं सर्वतो नं सकु भद्रवां तत् विश्वतो न स्वपुण्यवान्। कीर्तन करो पुण्यवान्। ओम अस्य कर्ण स्वस्ति भवन्तु ब्रुवन्तु आयुष्मन्तु स्वस्ति ओम स्वस्ति ओम स्वस्ति ओम स्वस्ति ओम शहनौ इन्द्र बृहस्पतिः स्वस्ति नः ओम स्वस्ति नः ओम स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः स्वस्ति नः पुष्प विश्ववेदः स्वस्ति नः ताक्ष अरिष्टो नवेशो ददातु ओम ददातु मस्य कर्णरित्यं भवन्तु ब्रुवन्तु ओम दन्त्यं ओम ददितं ओम विद्युतं ओम विद्युतं ओम त्रिशं यस्मोऽयं सयुक्तं वाजं विधानं मन्त्ररतनिजं तां यतो न वक्तं पशु गोस्वन्नुपां उदानो विष्णु काम प्रमदः ओम स्वस्ति न इन्द्र ओम स्वस्ति न गोविंद स्वस्ति न अच्युतानंद स्वस्ति न वासुदेवो विष्णु ददातु ओम स्वस्ति नो नारायणो नरो वे स्वस्ति न पद्मनाभ पुरुषोत्तम ददातु स्वस्ति नो विश्वक्सेनो विश्वेश्वरः स्वस्ति नो ऋषिकेशो हरे ददातु स्वस्ति नो जन्यतो हरि स्वस्ति नो अच्युतानन्दो हनुर्भगवतो ददातु स्वस्ति स्वस्ति सुमंगले केशव केशव महाश्री कृष्ण सदानंद घन सर्वेश्वरो ददातु ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम स्वाति न इंद्र बृहस्पतिः स्वस्ति न पुष्प विश्ववेद स्वस्ति न ददातु अरिष्टो नमः ददातु ओम बृहस्पति ददातु ओम ओम विद्यताम् किमर्थ किमिषे पुनन्तु मां देवजं पुनन्तु मन्दाभ्यं पुनन्तु विश्वभूतानि तादृशं पुण्यं ओम पुण्यं ओम नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी वासुदेवधारणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। भूमण्डले जम्मूद्वीपे भारतवर्षमित्राखण्डे
Boise. The strap's broken with it. The strap's
सच्चिदानंद रूपाय तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ओम श्री गुरुवे नमः। ज्ञानं समर्पयामि।
Jaya Radha Bhakti Bihari Radha
श्रीमते गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी इति नामने प्रभुपाद साहित्य भगवत्पादाय ते नमः।
You can pull it out on your phone. This is the song Jaya Nilo Premadhana. Jaya Nilo Premadhana Karuna Pracho Jaya Nilo Premadhana Jaya Nilo Premadhana Karuna Pracho Karuna Pracho Hena Prabhu Kotha Gila Acharya Thakur Hena Prabhu Kotha Jela Acharya Thakur Hema Prabhu Mora Swarup Rupa Saha Sanata Saha Mora Swarup Rupa Kaha Dasa Raghu Natha Patita Pava Kaha Dasa Kaha Mora Bhata Juga Kaha Kavira Kakale Kotha Jela Gauranatara Kakale Kotha Kakale Kotha Jela Gauranatara Kakale Ashane Kuti Matha Anale Pashiva Ashane Kuti Matha Ashane Kuti Matha Anale Pashiva Gauranga Gunera Nidhi Kotha Gele Pavo Sab Sangira Sange Ye Koila Bela Se Sab Sangira Sange Se Sangana Paya Konde Daro Samada Se Sangana Paya Se Sangana Paya Konde Daro Samada Sangana Paya Kande Narokamada Se Sangana Paya Kande Narokamada Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur. Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur. Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj. Jaya Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj. Jaya Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
अभी सब लोग थोड़ा
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Can you give someone to my hands? तुमने डाल दिया तुम साइड में उठा
Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all for participating. So what we've done is we had that copper pot, and in there we had some flowers that were on his body when he left, and then we have a hair, and then we have some tulsi twigs, and then we have waters from 1008 different holy waters. It's interesting that we were able to get through Devamurti and Gopal Maharaja's hair. So just to give you a significance, in Kashmir there's a whole mosque where they have one little speck of Muhammad's hair. So it is something very unique and very worshipable. So we have that in there. Now we all go in, and for about they need about 2 hours for setting everything up. Then we'll come out again. So before we go there, so let me collect my thoughts just for a minute. We need like one more strong, healthy person. They may need a little bit more help in terms of bringing the monument, the Samadhi, in here, and pouring the concrete. But that should take only half an hour. So who wants to come here? You will not miss too much of the program inside, but we would appreciate that. And then about 11:45, we will do the Pushpanjali for Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. At noon, we have the Artik, like Sunday feast, Artik. And then 12:30 to about 1:30, we'll have 3 speakers talking more about, in general, about Guru Maharaj. And so from 11:15 to about 11:45, Bhagavat Ashra Prabhu will give a lecture on Bhaktivinoda Thakur Maharaj and whatever else he wants to talk about. Okay, so let's all go inside, and we just congregate right there. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. हम कर देंगे
होगा
नहीं वो ये बना के
हाँ करें
थोड़ा
No, just 3. We don't need too many. This one, we have been fed.
Plug me in. Okay.
Hare Krishna. We want to go half an hour, right?
Yes.
So less, 25 minutes. Hare Krishna. Huh? Yeah, cool. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this morning we heard about Lord Vamana. Today is also the appearance. Is it appearance or disappearance? Appearance of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and the disappearance of Jiva Goswami, or appearance? Also, I always get confused. I always get confused because Prabhupada said there's no difference. So today is the appearance day of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, a great acharya in our line, 2 positions back from Srila Prabhupada. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Goswami Prabhupada, and then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Srila Bhaktivinoda, we've lost it. Back again. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur lived in primarily, well, he spanned actually. He lived in the 19th. This keeps dying.
Try the other.
He lived. You can hear me without this, can you? Yes? Yes? No. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur lived in the 19th century in India. The 19th century was primarily the time when the British ruled India. There's a very interesting book you can get by a gentleman called Shashi Tharoor. You know Shashi Tharoor. Shashi Tharoor is a brilliant critiquer of the British era. He's written a book called An Era of Darkness, which describes the 190 years that the British ruled India. But it's also a very apt description of the situation in regard to Gaudiya Vaishnavism at the time that Srila Bhaktivinoda was alive. Without going into too much detail, we don't have time. But well, to put it in a nutshell, there's a purport in the Chaitanya Charitamrita where Srila Prabhupada talks about how after the Acharya leaves, chaos descends. You've heard of the principle of pushback, yes, pushback. So when a great Acharya appears in the world, something very powerful happens in terms of the development of the Sampradaya. And of course, we had the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and in the wake of his appearance, the activities of the 6 Goswamis, which is in the 15th century. But immediately after the disappearance of the Goswamis, there was a pushback. The material energy pushes back. Hare Krishna. Right. And the pushback begins on a philosophical level, where we begin to get deviations from the philosophical line of the Sampradaya. And then that is called Upper Sampradaya, outside of the Sampradaya, but masquerading as if it is the Sampradaya. So after, in the period between, well, you could really say probably Lord Chaitanya, the 6 Goswamis, and then their followers, probably to the disappearance of Narottam Das Thakur. From that time onwards, there was maybe a 250-year period where it was an era of darkness. All kinds of confusion and misunderstanding developed. And by the time Srila Bhaktivinoda appeared, there were an estimated 13 Appa Sampradayas. 13. Talking all kinds of nonsense and enacting all kinds of nonsense in the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So there was a need for some light on the scene, really. Bring some light on the scene. And then what we have, you see there's a very clear line, Srila Bhaktivinoda, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, and Srila Prabhupada. And their activities span about 130 years. And during that time, very important foundational work was done by Srila Bhaktivinoda to re-establish the bona fides of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Gaudiya Vaishnavism was in very low repute when Srila Bhaktivinoda appeared. And Srila Bhaktivinoda was a very, very substantial person in every regard. He rose to be a district magistrate within the British civil service. And that was the highest position an Indian-born person could take within the Indian civil service. The British were very clever in the way they ran India. They actually had 200 well-situated men that were managing a civil service of over 200,000 all over India. And Srila Bhaktivinoda was a prodigious scholar, poet, musician, writer, and at the same time of doing all of that, he was district magistrate. And for a considerable amount of time, as district magistrate in Jagannath Puri, he oversaw the activities and the management of Lord Jagannath's temple. So there's so many details that we can draw on about the life of Srila Bhaktivinoda. But I think in terms of Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement, Srila Bhaktivinoda was very instrumental in reviving the movement of spreading the holy name to every town and village. And he had a global view of that. He wrote a book called The Life and Precepts of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which he sent all over the world. And it was in, which library was it in?
McGill.
McGill. And Srila Prabhupada used to come. He used to go and see that. It was a proud moment for Gaudiya Vaishnavism that Srila Bhaktivinoda was fluent in Urdu, Sanskrit, Bengali, and English, as far as I know, and Hindi. Did I say Hindi? Hindi, Oriental. He was a linguist, and before he even started writing anything in regard to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was renowned as a poet in English and Urdu.
Odia too. Odia.
Oriya, yeah, he also spoke Oriya.
Chaitanya Charitamrita he found was a Odia manuscript which he translated in Bengali.
Well, there we go. We live and learn. Thank you for that. He discovered Chaitanya Charitamrita written in the Oriyan language, and he translated it into English. Bengali, he translated it into Bengali. I mean, there's a joke that says, if you speak many languages, you're multilingual. If you speak 2 languages, you're bilingual. If you speak 1 language, you're English. So this is always something that just astounds me, how most people, apart from English people, can speak more than 1 language. And growing up in India, of course, because of quite a lot of similarity between the languages, you can speak many languages.
Thanks to Englishmen for others to becoming multilinguals.
I beg your pardon?
Thanks to Englishmen for others to becoming bilingual or multilingual. Because
Thanks.
generally the second language they speak is English.
Well, it's the language of the world, isn't it? And in one sense, that's a very good thing, because it's enabled a lot of communication and trade and exchange of ideas to go on. But anyway, back to Srila Bhaktivinoda. He was very concerned about the situation of how this era of darkness had descended on Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement and the rise of these upper sampradayas. So he became a very active preacher and propagator of the chanting of the holy name, and he established what is called the Namahatta. Namahatta means the marketplace of the holy name. And by his endeavor, this and empowering many people to act within the movement, he was a brilliant leader, brilliant manager. He knew how to delegate very well. There's so many different levels of delegation up to what we call a stewardship delegation. And he was very expert at finding somebody who knew how to do something and empowering them to get on with it. And as a result of that, the Nam Hatta spread in a very organized fashion all over Orissa, all over Bengal. Now, Bengal means what we call now West Bengal and Bangladesh. That was Bengal. The British did a very brilliant job at the end of making a big mess of everything. They drew these artificial lines to facilitate the establishment of a Muslim nation. And they split it east and west. You had West Pakistan, which was half of Punjab, and East Pakistan, which was half of Bengal. And the 2 places that gave the British the most trouble were Punjab and Bengal. So it was a really vicious act at the end. Considering now that, well, just as a side point, that Jinnah, the man who was the champion of establishing Pakistan, died 9 months after it was done. And then now there are more Muslims in India than there ever were before partition, and there are more Indians in India than the whole of Pakistan and Bangladesh. So it's a very sad situation. But in Srila Bhaktivinoda's time, there was Bengal, there was Orissa, and then Bihar, and further north, Assam. These 4 areas were which is a huge area and a huge population of people. Srila Bhaktivinoda conceived of, developed, and created the structure for the spreading of this Namhatta all over. He worked on the mandala principle, that there would be a hub where you would develop something very powerful, but then you would begin to clone that. He also understood very, very well how to organize a situation where communication was maintained, which is a very important thing in any organization. So he developed this mandala principle where you would have one central Namhatta group that would become very strong and then, because India is millions of villages, then he would make a circle around that within a certain distance and pick certain villages around and then send the most trained up and experienced people from this central one to, in the beginning, go out, do something, come back, go out, do something, come back, bring people in to see what we're doing, then take them back. And in this way it spread all over Orissa. Actually, there was a time back in the 1970s, early 80s, 70s, in the 1970s, when Jayapataka Maharaja was reviving this program. They actually found villages in Orissa where people had been maintaining Namhata since the time of Bhaktivinoda. Yeah, yeah. And Bhaktivinoda was an expert acharya in that he had a very good sense of time, place and circumstance, as did Srila Bhaktivedanta and as did Srila Prabhupada. There's a very powerful purport you can read about this in the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th chapter, Narad's instructions to Vyasa about the Bhagavatam, verse number 16 in the purport. Prabhupada talks about how dynamic, how devotional service is dynamic activity, and it must be introduced according to the time, place and circumstance that you're in novel ways, he says, novel ways. So Bhaktivinoda was very clever. All of these beautiful melodies that we have for Srila Bhaktivinoda's songs, they were all the melodies of popular songs of the day. And he just took them and made his own songs to them. But even more than that, because as the Namhata spread, as you go all over India, there's different languages, and like this idea, India it's a legal construct. India is many different races of people and different cultures and different languages within what is called the subcontinent of India. Cobbling them all together in a federal system is all right. And in the time of the Pandavas, and there was, in that sense, a federal system. By the word federal comes from the word Veda. You know that? With the consonant shift, V becomes F, so Veda became Veda. So a federal system is really should be rooted in Vedic system, and in the Vedic system, you had like a federal system where you had the emperor, but then you had many hundreds of independent kingdoms. So Bhaktivinoda understood that very well, so that you, even within one state, you'll get dialects of the language. So as it was spreading out into Bihar and Bengal and Assam, they were coming across different languages, different musical instrumentation and musical arrangement. So the leaders of this expansion, they came to Bhaktivinoda and said, well, how do we introduce your songs? Because his songs were written either in Sanskrit or in Bengali. And many songs. There's a 4-volume set of songs that you can, of Bhaktivinoda's. And Srila Prabhupada explains that these songs of Bhaktivinoda's, they entail all of the conclusions of the Vedic literature, just in songs. Hare Krishna. Shri Radha Banki Bihari ki jai. Shri Gauratai ki jai. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki jai. So they said, well, we're coming across a situation where these people don't understand these songs. They don't understand the language. So what should we do? And Srila Bhaktivinoda said, change everything. Change everything to adapt to the local culture. Instrumentation, musical arrangement, language. Just keep the meaning. Don't lose the meaning. Now, this is a very powerful point. because you have to be able to actually touch the hearts of the people you meet. Krishna consciousness is, we have a great philosophy, but the whole purpose of the philosophy is to touch the heart. There's one very nice room conversation from 1975 in Hyderabad. You can look this up, but Prabhupada is talking about how Krishna consciousness is about feeling. You have to, bhaktya, the feeling of love. And the heart is for love. And the whole purpose of the Krishna consciousness movement is to reawaken the dormant love for Krishna that lies within the heart of every living entity. So, if you have the opportunity to read or study, and especially hear expert kirtaniers singing the songs of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, your heart will definitely be touched very deeply. We have 5 minutes left. Like I say, Bhaktivinoda's life and activities would take days in different aspects to fully describe it. I thought this is one very essential part of Srila Bhaktivinoda's life and his role in the spreading of Krishna consciousness. Because in a sense, what he prayed for a ray of Vishnu to come and help him spread this movement, and we all know, of course, that was his son Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who took that spirit of Srila Bhaktivinoda's and expanded it actually all over India, and made attempts to penetrate the Western world with it. And of course, we understand that was the purpose of the appearance of our Srila Prabhupada. But it's a very clear progression from the life of Srila Bhaktivinoda through to the present. Bhaktivinoda's spirit is very much alive within the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And for myself, one particular aspect of the development of ISKCON makes Bhaktivinoda's role very important, and that's the actual spreading of Krishna consciousness to every town and village. Anyway, his contribution in that regard is incalculable. There's a song George Harrison sang in honor of Srila Prabhupada. It's actually a Bob Dylan song, but he adapted it but he sang it as an offering to Srila Prabhupada, and it's a song called If Not For You. If not for you. If not for you, I couldn't even find the door. So, if not for the appearance of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, there would not have been the appearance of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. And if there hadn't been the appearance of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, then we wouldn't have had our Srila Prabhupada. And that is a very important principle of personalism, if not for you. Many people I've heard say, well, if Srila Prabhupada hadn't come, then somebody else would have. This is impersonalism, actually. At the core, this is impersonalism. Because that's the equivalent of saying, well, if Krishna wasn't God, somebody else would be. But the fact is, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And these acharyas are representatives in the parampara, not just the parampara, the sampradaya, which originates from the direct teachings of the Lord. Sampradaya is a very important word. Parampara means, para means superior and para means down, coming down, parampara. So the idea of parampara exists in carpentry, stonemasonry, all of the crafts. They all work on the principle of a parampara. that a young boy or a young man becomes the apprentice of a master, learns the craft, and then he takes apprentices and passes it down. That's a parampara. A sampradaya is a parampara, but it is a parampara sampradaya. It gives complete knowledge of the absolute truth freely. Parampara. Sampradaya. Daya means to give, just take. And pra means coming down. Sam is all, everything. So this sampradaya gives complete access to the absolute truth. And if not for our acharyas, as Radhika Raman was saying this morning, we have to recognize the importance of our ancestors and what they did. And I would just like to end, actually, if somebody could give me that one Bhagavatam from behind you, that blue book. Just in this regard about, the blue book. Just in front, yeah. I want to read something read what I was talking about, that we can see is embodied in all of our acharyas, but I'm thinking most specifically in regard to the line, especially since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Prabhupada says something very important in this purport. And it applies to all of us. You'll see in the end, the last sentence of this purport applies to all of us, gives us all a license. The verse is, I'll just read the English. The Supreme Lord is unlimited. Only a very expert personality retired from the activities of material happiness deserves to understand this knowledge of spiritual values. Therefore, those who are not so well situated due to material attachment should be shown the ways of transcendental realization by your goodness through descriptions of the transcendental activities of the Supreme Lord. It's just one of these 2-paragraph purports that just outline everything. So if you don't mind, I'll end reading this. Theological science is a difficult subject, especially when it deals with the transcendental nature of God. It is not a subject matter to be understood by persons who are too much attached to material activities. Only the very expert, who have almost retired from materialistic activities by culture of spiritual knowledge, can be admitted to the study of this great science. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly stated that out of many hundreds and thousands of men, only one person deserves to enter into transcendental realization. And out of many thousands of such transcendentally realized persons, only a few can understand the theological science specifically dealing with God as a person. Very powerful statement. Srila Vyasadeva is therefore advised by Narad to describe the science of God directly by relating his transcendental activities. Vyasadeva himself is a personality expert in this science, and he is unattached to material enjoyment. Therefore, he is the right person to describe it, and Sukadeva Goswami, the son of Vyasadeva, is the right person to receive it. Now, here's the essence. Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost theological science, and therefore it can react on the laymen as medicinal doses. Because it contains the transcendental activities of the Lord, there is no difference between the Lord and the literature. The literature is the factual, literary incarnation of the Lord. So the laymen can hear the narration of the activities of the Lord and thereby associate with him, and thus they will gradually become purified of the material disease. Now, the expert devotees can discover novel ways and means to convert the non-devotees in terms of particular time and circumstance. Devotional service is dynamic activity, and the expert devotees can find out competent means to inject it into the dull brains of the materialistic population. Such transcendental activities of the devotees for the service of the Lord can bring a new order of life to the foolish society of materialistic men. Now here's the license. Here's the license for every one of us. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his subsequent followers exhibited expert dexterity in this connection. By following the same method, one can bring the materialistic men of this age of quarrel into order for peaceful life and transcendental realization. One means anyone, means you. If you want to take it up in the spirit of our Sampradaya, engage in this dynamic activity, become expert and dexterous in dealing with the general public in whatever capacity, just with your neighbor, or in your street, or in your neighborhood, or in your district, or your town, or your city, whatever your capacity is, act with this approach, and Krishna will give you the intelligence by which you can find a way to touch the hearts of people. Take it, become steeped in our philosophy and practices, and this is a part of our philosophy and practice. Act according to time, place, and circumstance. And you get the blessings of Bhakti Vinod. You get the blessings of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, Srila Prabhupada, of the whole of our parampara, especially, and I don't mean to disrespect or disregard, but especially from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu down to the present. It's all aimed at this one purpose, to spread Krishna consciousness to every town and village on this planet. And anyone can become an instrument in this. And I'll go further to say, as I was saying to Katie yesterday, you're all here, we're all here because Krishna's chosen us. No accidents. And we understand, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hriddesha Gyunatishtati. I'm directing the wanderings of every living entity. You're all here because Krishna's brought you here. And he's brought you here to give you an opportunity in life. And that opportunity is to become an instrument for the propagation of this Sankirtan movement, for the welfare of everyone in the world, for the ultimate benefit of everyone. So take it. Take the opportunity and run with it. Become expert, trained and expert, and dexterous with your intelligence. And then, Tesham Satati Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Budi Yogam Tam Yena Mamu Payanti Te Tesham Ivanukam Patam Aham Abhyana Jamtamaha. That Krishna is within your heart. He's brought you here. He wants you to take the opportunity. You take the opportunity and he'll give you the intelligence to become an instrument in his hands. Hare Krishna. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. We went over time. Well, I'm in the mood of your father here today. Any questions? Does anyone have any questions or comments? You have anything you want to add?
I was going to ask, what is a bhajan by Bhaktivinoda Thakur that you like a lot?
Oh, there are many, actually. Jeev Jago, Sura Bhakkata Charana Renu. I love that one. Jai Radha Madhava. The Sundarati song. So many. Every time I hear, I'm very, Vaisheshika Prabhu sings a lot of Bhakti Vinod things. And every time I hear a new song, I'm captivated. Bhakti Vinod is a great poet. He exemplifies the quality of the devotee of being poetic. He's everything he writes, even his prose is poetic. It's lyrical and has. But so many songs of Bhakti Vinod. What's the one now they sing in Vrindavan for Mangalati? Avibhavarishesha. Aloka Pravesha. Yasomati Nandana Prati. These songs, they're ecstatic songs. And ecstatic is a very interesting word. It comes from stasi means static. Nothing's moving. Actually, material life is static. Although it appears that a lot's happening, actually nothing's happening. The same thing is happening over and over and over and over again. But we've been lifted into ecstasy. We've been lifted out of that and been given a taste of the beauty of the transcendental world. And Srila Bhaktivinod's songs definitely impart the beauty and the excitement of the transcendental world. Which do you like?
All the ones you mentioned.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Yes. You can't say. I don't think you. I mean, with a mundane singer like you like some songs. But I didn't like that one. But you won't find a Bhakti Vinod song that you won't like, especially if it's presented by somebody who knows how to play and sing and capture the mood of the song. Yes. Hare Krishna, Mr. Timekeeper. So we're done, I think. Yeah?
So at this point we'll have Pushpanjali for Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So we recite the prayers of our lineage of teachers of the Guru Parampara, the Sampradaya that Prabhu was speaking of, and then we offer flowers 3 times to him as an offering, and then we will have arati. So thank you so much, Bhagavat Ashray Prabhu, for talk on Bhaktivinoda Thakur, helping us remember a few of his many wonderful qualities.
Yes.
So, in the time you had, thank you so much.
Thank you.
10 all the way to page 16. Just reciting the Sanskrit only. And keep your flowers with you. And then after we finish all the way to 16, then we will come back and recite just Bhaktivinoda Thakur's prayer, which is on page 12 at the bottom. But right now we'll do everything from page 10 to 16. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Tinamine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Dayetaya Kripabdhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayane Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jvala Premadhya Shri Rupa Nuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Pasiddhanta Tvantaharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Sambodhe Padambhujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidanandanamine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupa Nugavarayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannathayate Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tam Surato Pangor Mama Manda Mater Gati Matsarvasva Padam Bhojo Radha Madana Mohano Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpa Drumadaha Shrimad Ratnagara Simhasanastho Shrimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prishthale Bhisevyamano Smarami Shriman Rasarasarambhi Vamshi Vata Tatastitha Karshan Venu Svanair Gopi
गोपीनाथा श्रियेस्तु नः तप्त कांचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So now we go back to the bottom of page 12 where you'll find the prayer for Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It'll say Bhaktivinoda Pranati there. We'll recite that prayer 3 times, and after each time we offer some of our flowers. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidanandanamine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Esha Pushpanjali. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidanandanamine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Esha Pushpanjali. Bhaktivinoda Thakur Maharaja ki jai.
Can I have some? Just a little bit. I forgot to. I put all mine.
Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidanandanamine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Esha Pushpanjali. The Bhaktivinoda Thakur Avirbhav Mahotsava ki jai. Yes. So now we'll have Aarti for Radha Banki Bihari. तुम लीड कर लो. भक्तिनाथ ठाकुर की बात. Oh, I see. उनकी आरती होती है. Yeah, but अब think noon आरती हो रही है for the deities. No, 12:30 होती है ना, 12 बजे होती है. 12 बजे होती है. फिर 12:30 तक खत्म. फिर 12:30 बजे क्लास होता है. तो उसमें आज के रिमेम्बरेंस है. वो ऐसे सारे क्या है? उल्टा they switched it. और कोई है जी करना? Is there anyone else I should ask? Mompers, soft जैसे मैं खाते हैं वैसे. Sansara dava nalalekha loka Pranaya karunya dhana dhanatvam Sansara dava nalalekha loka Karunya dhana Sansara dava nalalekha loka Pranaya karunya dhanaghanato Sansara dava Praptasya kalyana Gunarnavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Mahaprabhu ke tananitya Gita Pavitra Madhyan Manasorasena Mahaprabhu ke Pavitra Madhyan Manasorasena Romanchakampa Sutarambha Bhajo Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Shri Vigrahara Dhananitya Nana Sringara Sanma Hiramarjanaro Yutasya Bhaktam Taniyujatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Chaturvedha Shri Bhagavan Prasado Sadhana Sita Haribhakta Sangha Ritvaiva Siti Vajatasaiva Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Shri Radhika Ma Bhavayora Para Madhurya Lila Gunanupanama Shri Radhika Radhe Janata Janadolupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Nikunjayuna Ratikirishya Jaya Lishya Sirapishya Nikunjayuna Ratikirishya साक्षाधरे त्वयिना समस्त शास्त्रे उक्तस्तथा भाव्यत एव साधे। किन्तु प्रभुया प्रियैवां सत्या वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दा। यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत् प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादात् नगति भूति। यस्य प्रसादात् ध्यायन्तु मां वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दा। जय वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर। जय जय भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णाकृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। जय प्रभुपाद। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। स्वामी विष्णुदेवाचार्य श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय विश्वपाद परमहंस प्रवचार्य सत्संग भक्ति सिद्धांत से ठाकुर महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोविंद श्याम कृष्ण राधा कृष्ण गिरिराज की जय। श्री श्री गौरताय की जय। श्री श्री राधा बाकी बिहारी की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथेश्वर भगवान की जय। श्री श्री लक्ष्मी कृष्ण भक्त लाल की जय। श्री श्री वामन देव की जय। तुलसी देव की जय। गंगामय माई की जय। मायापुर वृंदावन धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। विद्यारण संकीर्तन यात्रा की जय। प्रसादन विश्वचन की जय। श्री जीव गोस्वामी आविर्भाव महोत्सव की जय। श्री भद्र ठाकुर महाराज आविर्भाव महोत्सव की जय। श्री गोपाल गोस्वामी महाराज स्मृति समाधि महोत्सव की जय। सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to our Shri Shri Guru and God.
Namaste.
Thank you all for coming. It's a very, very special weekend. We're halfway through it. We started yesterday afternoon, and we're going to go all the way to late afternoon today. So, as you can see here, we have the special setup here for His Holiness Gopal Maharaj. We are having a Remembrance Festival. He was one of the, I guess, what's the right word? He's not more than a benefactor. He, through his blessings, this entire center has come up. There were a few other sannyasis also. But he started to come here to Boise since 1988. And we were just a real small kind of gathering in that other room. And he came every year. How many of you go to India every year and see your parents? Not too many, right? He came every year to see initially just two people, me and my wife. And as the congregation grew and as more disciples came. And he spent so much time for a saintly person, just a moment's association is enough. But he started with coming here for half a day, and then 1 day, and 1.5 days. He never wasted time. And as he grew, he spent more time. And then Boise was always in the middle of his USA Canada tour. So he would start in New York, Atlanta, so on and so forth, and come and stop here. And I think Radha Bhakti and Krishna had arranged it that way. It was just a perfect stop for him to just take a breather. He never wanted to rest, as Ashokta Prabhu yesterday, so much nectar. Yesterday he spent about almost 2 hours telling us about the Guru Maharaj. His saintliness, his compassion, his tireless, 24 hours a day, working to give compassion to the world. And so we owe a lot to him. And he passed away, as many of you know, on May 4th of this year. And then many temples throughout the world are doing different things to keep his memory alive. So we in Boise, we have done 2 things. And so yesterday we launched, be careful, it's okay. We launched this book, the copies over there. We presented it to Guru Maharaj. It has about 20 different devotees have written their remembrances, their interaction with their pastimes with Gopal Maharaj. Okay, and so it's a collection of those. Okay, I would still recommend. You may want to pick up a copy just to see his compassion coming out, his blessings, and so forth. There's some very nice old rare pictures. Okay, so it is available here. It's available on Amazon. Just look for Gopal Krishna Maharaj in Boise. With my name, Ananthul Das, you can find it. And to do that, we were very honored that his personal servant for more than a decade, for 12 years, His Grace Tasavtar Prabhu, standing here in the orange, he agreed to come here to help us. I call it a celebration. We miss him, but it's still a celebration because he's gone back to God and gone back to serve Prabhupada somewhere else. He's a very dear disciple, foremost disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And so he did, so Tasavtar Prabhu did that. Now, then the second thing that we have done is we have a Smriti Samadhi, a memorial for Maharaj, and we will unveil that in about 1 hour. Okay? So please stay with us. There's something to behold, something that Boise Temple and the Boiseans should be proud of. Another place in this temple campus to come and pray. Okay? I was telling that, it's not like it's my guru and not your guru, this and that. When somebody comes to a level that he's a sadhu, like that's what Prabhu was saying is, their caste, creed, religion, what nationality, it does not matter. Okay? So you can be here. We're still developing the area. We'll go out there, but you can always come. The temple has restricted hours in the morning and in the evening. Okay, and you cannot offer lamps and all that stuff, but there you can do that. Okay? It is in our Eastern tradition. I'm repeating myself, but people who are from India, Muslims have a mazar, they call it. Okay? The Sufis, where they are, and they go there for praying. And so it is of the same standard. Okay? The Vaishnav Samadhi, the Vaishnav Memorial. So, so that will happen. Now, I'll be honest with you, we're a little bit behind. Okay? But to keep you is the ceremony. I think you will like it. And after that, we have a very, very nice prasadam. Okay? It happens only once in a while at the temple. So that is there. Okay, I don't want to give all the different items. But believe me, it's a very nice piece. They're still working on it. Neil Prabhu and his wife Sapna and Nitin Ande, and then Rasilas Prabhu, where did he go?
He's right there.
Others, right there. You change your color, change the clothes. You gotta go here. So he's from Salt Lake. He always comes and says they're going to leave this evening. So a whole bunch of devotees. My two daughter-in-laws, they cook all day Saturday. I can name on and on. And so it's been a very, very emotional weekend for all of us, for at least a small group, and we want you to be part of it. So they're about 20 minutes behind. But we will try to finish everything by 1:45. I see Kamala Prabhu there, and his wife Uma, and where is Nikki Star? Okay, you'll see him out there. Oh, there is Nikki Star. I want you to, after that, all of you will scatter. I want you all to stand up and give them a standing ovation, for they've been working for like a month to get the memorial done. And it is a work of art, a work of love and devotion. So could you please all rise and give them a Samadhi memorial from Jaipur came, and it didn't break, but beyond that, it went loose. It came by air. So when you opened it, all the different glues had fallen off, and all the parts had gone here, thither. And Kamala Prabhu, with the help of Nitisa Prabhu, spent so much time, and it was love and devotion. We could have hired someone, they could have done it. It was love and devotion to make everything just.
There's a neighbor that's really upset because someone parked in front of their driveway on this side here.
What, you have the number plate?
I'll go grab it.
Okay, yeah.
Whoever parked in front of
Yeah, tell me you're sorry, we'll just take it off right now. Maybe he is the one. Okay, there you go, thank you. Okay. And then, now, I keep on forgetting. I keep on forgetting this book, besides the contributors, all the three more than helpers. They made it happen. We'll start with the editor. So, Radhikaran Prabhu here. He gave me 3 days. I mean, I've never gotten 3 straight days and 3 straight nights from him ever since he left Boise. because he was alone, his wife and children were out in Europe, so he gave 3 days and 3 nights to edit my copywriting. And devotees wrote, but then we had to edit it. And then, that was only half the story. Then it was a matter of to have it published. To be honest about it, we went to, there's a site called Upwork and another site to get a graphic designer, a publisher, and we talked to them. And there was one who signed up. He was from Pakistan. And I told him that this is a Hare Krishna book and this. He never called back. He never So I was panicking, and then Radhikama said, Sri Nath Prabhu, why don't you call him? And I said, why don't you call him? I'm your Shiksha Guru. He said, no, you call him. Why should I call him? So I called him, and bless him, he had a very beautiful daughter, Chandran, which means moonlight face with Radharani's. And she appeared only about a month back. And she had been like most children do, calling this and that. So I called him, I said, your Shiksha Guru has said that I should call you. Would you help me? He said, yes, Prabhu. And I said, I can stay in the temple guest house and I can eat at Kalajanji. No, you're going to stay with me. He gave us our house. And I was all over the place. And along with that, Chaitanya Bhav Prabhu here. He was a very, very apt assistant to Srinath Prabhu. He didn't know anything about, he told me that about formatting this and that, but between two of them, they worked for 3 straight days, day and night, to make this happen. So, a lot of effort. The contributors, many of them are here. Anyway, so we're going to start with this.
The poster.
Oh, yeah, I keep on forgetting it. Besides, I talked about his prasadam. He made this poster there. Just you can glance at it if you don't take the book. Yeah, bring it out. Okay, yes. You see that? I thought you were going to bring like a small 4x5. This is something. Many of the photos that are in the book, not all the photos in the book are here, but quite a few of them are here. There may be missed few of personalities, but it's a very nice effort. You can take a glance. There are some subtitle, captions on it. So take a look at that. I think we were saying that Maharaj, when he would come, somehow this place would be twice as full. And even if he'd come for one day, and there'll be people meandering around just to see him. And we heard a lot about that from yesterday, from Mark and Inder and a few of the devotees. Okay, enough said. You shouldn't give a mic to me. We'll start. The kids have done a small musical, you can say, for Guru Maharaj. So that'll take, how much will it take? 5? 5 minutes, okay. So that'll take 5 minutes. And then from 1 o'clock to about 1:30, I've asked Dasavta Prabhu and Gopal Hari, and at the end I'll speak for just about 10 minutes, giving a worldwide perspective from Guru Maharaj. Prabhupada said this world runs not because Russia and US have negotiations or have peace treaties. He said there's some Vaishnava saint who's sitting in a corner praying to Krishna, please save this world. And after Srila Prabhupada, now Gopal Maharaj has come in that category. So there's a, Dashavta Prabhu, and I'm going to keep them in time because I believe in keeping time. He'll get 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes, to give us a perspective of Maharaj's reach in India. So not just Delhi, or not just one place, the whole movement, and he'll give you that GBC, Mayapur, Vrindavan, and so forth. 10 minutes is not enough, but we will try to do that. Then Gopal Hari, he was also a personal servant, not as long as Dashavta Prabhu. Dashavta Prabhu, by the way, for my introduction, he He's from Batinda, Punjab. He did his regular college work. He worked for an IT company like most of you do. And then one day, we won't go into all the details, he happened to be pulled in or stumbled into whatever it is, into the Radha parts of the mandir. And they said, you know, you need someone to serve Guru Maharaj. And he said, no, I can try. He said, I'm slow, but I can try. And from 2012 to 2024, 12 years, he gave his life and for the betterment of everyone, including his, in Maharaj service. Gopal Hari, yes, please. Gopal Hari served him for about 6 months, and so traveled with him to Russia, a few other places. So he's going to give more like a worldwide picture of Maharaj in Russia, Canada, USA, and a few other nice stories, just a few stories, 10 minutes. And I'll take 10 minutes just to give the impact that Maharaj did in Boise. Okay? So local, you can say worldwide, and you can say regional. Okay? So we'll have that. At 1:30, sharp 1:30, we will have a photo of Maharaj, and we'll take him throughout the campus chanting. We start from here, we'll have the darshan. It's very, very typical to do that. And then we go all around the campus, and then he will then be established or enthroned in the Samadhi. There we'll have a short ceremony, Pushpanjali, like you did over here, and then Aarti. And at that time, then we will have Prashad. Any questions? Just say, shut up and give the mic, right? Okay, so we have the children, please, come on. Okay, now you can sit down. Thanks. The AC is what it can do. There's not too much you can do with the AC. It's a little bit underrated. So,
Just close to the wall where the audio is going to come. Okay, so where are you going to do? Where are they going to do? I know. Here. हाँ बेटा ये माइक भी फोन के पास रखना
संसार भव सागर माया से तृष्णा मेरे आश्रयशील गोपाल कृष्ण संसार भव सागर माया से तृष्णा मेरे गुरुशील गोपाल कृष्ण जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव गुरु महाराज मेरे गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव गुरु महाराज मेरे गुरुदेव श्रील प्रभुपाद कृष्ण कृपा मूर्ति प्रभुपाद कृपा मूर्ति है गुरुदेव श्रील प्रभुपाद कृष्ण कृपा मूर्ति प्रभुपाद कृपा मूर्ति है गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव गुरु महाराज मेरे गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव गुरु महाराज मेरे गुरुदेव प्रभुपाद के वचनों पे जीवन समर्पित जीवन का इकलौता है यही धैर्य प्रभुपाद के वचनों इकलौता है ये है। कृष्ण ने ली कई कठिन परीक्षाएं, गुरु कृपा से पाया विजय। कृष्ण ने ली कई कठिन परीक्षाएं, गुरु कृपा से पाया विजय। श्रील प्रभुपाद कृष्ण कृपा मूर्ति, प्रभुपाद कृपा मूर्ति है गुरुदेव। श्रील प्रभुपाद कृष्ण कृपा मूर्ति, प्रभुपाद कृपा मूर्ति है गुरुदेव। जय गुरुदेव, जय गुरुदेव, गुरु महाराज मेरे गुरुदेव। जय गुरुदेव, जय गुरुदेव, गुरु महाराज मेरे गुरुदेव। प्रभुपाद ग्रंथों का किया वितरण, हर घर पहुंचा गीता भागवत का ज्ञान। प्रभुपाद ग्रंथों का किया वितरण, हर घर पहुंचा गीता भागवत का ज्ञान। अर्चा विग्रह सेवा लगाया हृदय से, भक्तों के जीवन का हुआ उत्थान। अर्चा विग्रह सेवा लगाया हृदय से, भक्तों के जीवन का हुआ उत्थान। श्रील प्रभुपाद कृष्ण कृपा मूर्ति, प्रभुपाद कृपा मूर्ति है गुरुदेव। श्रील प्रभुपाद कृष्ण कृपा मूर्ति, प्रभुपाद कृपा मूर्ति है गुरुदेव। जय गुरुदेव, जय गुरुदेव, गुरु महाराज मेरे गुरुदेव। जय गुरुदेव, जय गुरुदेव, गुरु महाराज मेरे गुरुदेव।
Thank you, everyone. Kids, they just prepared this performance just yesterday. Prabha and Balaram Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we should also thank Devi Murti Mataji for working with children. What they pointed out, and I think Prabhu will talk, Maharaj was instrumental into book distribution. Under his supervision, every year there would be at least 500,000 to almost 1 million Gitas and Bhagavatams that would be distributed. He built the most temples after Srila Prabhupada. He was known for his devotee care. Okay? So we don't have much time for that, but please welcome Dr. Thakur.
Hare Krishna. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Guru Maharaj ki Jai. So today we are all assembled here just to hear the glories of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And Prabhuji gave me time for 10 minutes. yesterday we were discussing relishing memory of Guru Maharaj for more than 2 hours. And today gave 10 minutes. It's very difficult. So because today will not discuss the memories. Today I want to just focus on Guru Maharaj's contribution to the whole world, because most of you devotees know the background of ISKCON and how Prabhupada struggled, so when after preaching in West, Srila Prabhupada now to try to establish Krishna consciousness in India, and he sent many of his disciples, but they are not successful. So in mid of 70, so somebody suggested Gopal Krishna Maharaj name. So Prabhupada said it was a good idea, and when he sent Gopal Krishna Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, to India as a GBC, and the preaching flourished like anything. While many temples he established in India, more than 18 temples in Delhi itself. And Delhi temple, most of you visited Shri Radha Parsarthi temple. It's the biggest temple in, you can say, Delhi. As many architect students, they comes to see and study the temple architects. So Guru Maharaj have lot of contribution, as you saw in the kids skit, book distribution, preaching, building so much temples. He touched many of the devotees' life, and they changed the life. So even I just want to share this Radha Parsarthi temple, because it's connected to when we were searching, when Maharaj and Guru Maharaj and Loknath Maharaj were searching for land, and somehow they found land in South Delhi, and every day they are approaching, like Prabhupada was approaching, trying to meet in Bombay, try to meet appointment that Mataji is called Srimati Murarji. So like that, Guru Maharaj also trying to get the appointment with the government officials to get the land. Every day he is going there and sitting for long hours. And finally, by Krishna's mercy, Prabhupada's mercy, finally we got that land on a hill. And then many of the devotees says, how we will build the temple on hill, and somehow you can see, maybe many of you visited Delhi temple, how beautiful this temple is. So that Delhi temple is the mother temple, and with the help of that mother temple, Guru Maharaj spread preaching all over Delhi. And most of you maybe heard that Prabhupada told that we should have 8 temple, then 8, then 10 temple, and now it's 18 temple in Delhi. While building the Radha Parsarthi temple, Guru Maharaj was saying, many senior devotees were saying that Maharaj was so austere, he was eating lauki ki sabji, and other devotees are eating khichdi, because we need money to construct the temple. So this was the case. And while building Punjabi Bagh temple, late night some donors, some preachers say, Maharaj, some VIPs are there, they want to meet, and then they have a flight to US, this, that. the Maharaj is going to their house at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the night. So for Prabhupada's service, he tried his best. Even in Nairobi, in Kenya also, the earlier Prabhupada opened many temples, and many Prabhupada disciples, they try to maintain that temple, but somehow it was not happened. So then Guru Maharaj take that responsibility, and now many temples in Kenya. So because Maharaj contribution, Maharaj is very much like attached with Srila Prabhupada, is called a Prabhupada man also. You must heard that. It's called Prabhupada man. And today's the kids were dancing on that song. That Prabhupada is, you have the written Prabhupada is Krishna Kripa Murti, and in that song you have heard that Guru Maharaj is Prabhupada Kripa Murti. So if you can understand how he contributed to Prabhupada movement. So I was telling you in Kenya he established ISKCON, and many projects were difficult to run. Means our Gurukul in Vrindavan, that was also about to close. So Maharaj said, no, this Gurukul was started by Prabhupada, so we can't close it. And Maharaj again worked hard, and we established a 60-70 acre big campus, Gurukul, new campus near Vrindavan. So this was Maharaj dedication to Srila Prabhupada. And he preached in Russia also, he preached in Pakistan also. He took so much risk. Many times he visited Pakistan. It's a lot of contribution. He was going to Russia. That time it's very difficult to preach, and he established a printing press, underground printing press for publishing Russian books. We have many things to say, but we have a sort of time. So these are the things Guru Maharaj contributed in Prabhupada's service for ISKCON. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jai. Hare. Oh my God.
Hare Krishna. Actually, I feel very humbled to speak after His Grace Dashavatar Prabhu. He's actually an ocean of memories and instructions and remembrances of Guru Maharaj. And I'll just show a short slideshow. But before that, I just want to read you one memory from Boise. I should have pulled this up before. It's here, so I have a lot of technology, as you can see. Okay. So this is a Boise. We're in Boise, so I want to read something very quickly. Guru Maharaj would go on a japa walk every morning. Many of you may remember he would stay in that apartment in the front, and he would go on the japa walk. He often said that the Boise River Greenbelt was his favorite place to walk in the USA. The path was flat, with the river gushing alongside, almost overflowing, and the mornings were sunny, bright, and crisp. For over 30 years, Guru Maharaj visited Boise annually. He would generally come for only 24 to 48 hours, hold 3 programs, meet every devotee who lived here, solve problems, and still would manage to find it to be a break. He often remarked, "Boise is my rest stop." During his morning walks, the atmosphere was idyllic. There was lush green surroundings next to the river and peaceful vibes. Yet 2 things would regularly interrupt the tranquility. First were the ants. Like Bharat Maharaj, Guru Maharaj would stop or move aside every few minutes to avoid them. In Delhi also he would do that. Yes. Whenever he would go on a walk, he would be so careful not to step on any ants. That was his compassion, his gentleness, his beauty. First were the ants, so yes. He would also implore us to watch out for the ants. Quote, "Don't step on the ants, it will cause them pain." The second were the men fishing by the river. Whenever Guru Maharaj saw someone fishing, he would stop and lovingly ask, "Are you fishing?" The man would reply, "Yes." Guru Maharaj would then gently admonish, "You should not fish." They're just fishing on the side of the river. "It causes pain to the fish." And as though delivering the final blow, he would say, "Today you are fishing, tomorrow you will be fished." The man would turn pale. Once when a man was finishing some distance away, Guru Maharaj called me, "Gopal Hari." So this man was fishing some distance away. "Gopal Hari, go and tell that man that fishing is not good." I wasn't thrilled to receive this instruction. But as I had just received a direct and immediate order from my spiritual master, I had no choice. Being in my early teens at that time, I ran up to the well-built man, sporting a beard and full mustache and blue jeans, like someone out of the Wild West. Timidly but loudly, I repeated Guru Maharaj's words. "Sir, you shouldn't fish. It's not good for you or for the fish. It causes the fish pain." The man, shocked and disturbed, turned his head toward me and snarled. I had expected the same response that people gave to Guru Maharaj, one of wonder and acceptance. Taken aback by the opposite reaction, I mustered up all my courage and blurted out the final line. "Today you are fishing, tomorrow you will be fished." Upon hearing this, the man shifted his fishing rod to his right hand and raised it as though he was going to strike me. I panicked and ran back to Guru Maharaj's walking party. Thankfully, the man didn't chase me. I learned a lot from this incident. This is the difference between the spiritual master and the disciple. The disciple cannot imitate the spiritual master. The spiritual master's instructions must be followed, but they should be applied with intelligence and humility. Prabhupada often said that as an old man, he could say anything, but his young disciples should not imitate him. And it's not just about age, one must preach according to one's spiritual potency. Guru Maharaj, as the ideal disciple, would follow Srila Prabhupada strictly, but never imitate him. Srila Prabhupada often gave his shoes as Mahaprasadam to his disciples. So we would sometimes ask Guru Maharaj for his Mahaprasad shoes, but he would humbly respond, "I don't feel qualified to give my shoes like Srila Prabhupada." Despite this, sometimes devotees would smuggle away his shoes, much to Guru Maharaj's dismay. Another occasion, some servants tried to imitate Guru Maharaj's style in dealing with devotees. His interactions seemed so effortless and perfect that we thought copying it might yield to similar results. But alas, such efforts would quickly turn disastrous. In his letters, Guru Maharaj would begin by writing Camp Boise or Camp Delhi. Where he was, he would say Camp like that. So the recipient would know where he was. Once, after observing his servant doing this in his own personal letters, I or Dashavatara Prabhu didn't do this, Guru Maharaj plainly said, "Don't copy my style." The walk continued, and as passerbys walked or cycled past us, they would greet us with a hello or good morning. We often responded in kind, but Guru Maharaj reminded us, no, say Hare Krishna. You remember this? We were there, yes? Say Hare Krishna. One devotee responded to the passerby very nicely by saying, good morning, Hare Krishna, or Hare Krishna, chant the names of God. Guru Maharaj was very pleased and said, see, this is preaching. As Guru Maharaj is a perfect Guru, he embodies the principle of Yare Dekhe Tare Kaho Krishna Upadesh. Wherever you go, whoever you meet, tell them about Krishna. Srila Gurudev ki!
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say I have 14 more of these I could read, so we'll skip those. So in these 2.5 minutes, I'm going to just show you slides from Guru Maharaj's preaching around the world. And these are just pictures. A picture says 1,000 words. There's about 50 pictures, so that means about 5 seconds a slide. So long time ago, Srila Prabhupada was the one who inspired, who could see Guru Maharaj's amazing power and potential, and he told Gurudev to cultivate the politicians of India all the way up to the Prime Minister. And so here we see Guru Maharaj meeting Prime Minister Morarji Desai in 1978. Here he brought the devotees from Russia, and he used the Delhi contact to spread Krishna consciousness in Russia. So genius, to use the heads of state in India to allow the devotees to get past the Iron Curtain in Russia. Once in Russia, the Bhagavad Gita was outlawed. Do you remember which year it was?
2010.
Yeah. 2010, huh? So it was outlawed in Russia. No more Gita, because it was said to be a terrorist book, because at the end Krishna tells Arjuna to fight. And the only person who had the strength to combat, the heads of state in Russia, who were directly, it had come all the way up to the level of Putin, so to say, or the people below him, was Guru Maharaj, because he spoke with the Indian Prime Minister. He spoke with the heads of state and said, please clarify their doubt. And there's a you could say an international effort by Guru Maharaj's potency that led to that not being outlawed, and Guru Maharaj won the battle 100%. And after that he was so happy, we still remember, he would just share the news. He once called us here in Boise just to share the news that they were trying to outlaw the Gita in Russia, which was a big deal because millions of books were being distributed in Russia. It would have all stopped if it was made a terrorist literature. And then he would share the good news. And then in return we would say, oh Guru Maharaj, you did such an amazing thing. And then he would immediately change the topic. He would say, oh, this is all Prabhupada's mercy. And how are you doing? Like he didn't want to take even the slightest credit, and we remember that. Here we have the Glory of India project, which Prabhu mentioned. So see how massive this temple is. This was established in 1998. Prabhu, how many people come to this temple every day now? More than 10 lakhs every day. More than 10 lakhs means 1 million. 1 million every day. Every day. So I mean, imagine this is a city of 50 million people, and I mean, this is 1 out of the 18. And the other temples in terms of square footage are even bigger than this one. The Lhasa Rohini temple, it's a work of art. Try to see the 18 temples when you go to Delhi. It'll take you about 18 weeks. In Delhi, just to travel from one place to the other is a near-death experience. If you travel in Delhi, there's so much traffic. And there he built 18 temples. So this is not, in the hills of, somewhere. This is in a place where land is sold in Delhi by the square inch. And to build 18 temples there is not an easy feat. I mean, I lived there and I once tried to go to the main bazaar there. I went on an auto and just about died by the time I came back. Yes. So we can imagine on Janmashtami Day alone, there's millions of people who come at each temple. So in the opening of this temple, there are 2 prominent speeches. One was by Vajpayee, the Prime Minister of India. The other one was by Guru Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada told Guru Maharaj to cultivate Vajpayee before he even became a Prime Minister. He told Guru Maharaj that he's the only honest person in the Indian Parliament, so he will become the Prime Minister, you see. So he told him cultivate, he cultivated him, and he was good friends with him. They also studied together in France, actually, at the same college, Maharaja and Vajpayee. So this was Maharaja's speech, which we will not cover. This is Srila Prabhupada. This is Vajpayee's speech. And I remember there was after Vajpayee's speech that my uncle in Jaipur, my chachi is here, but my uncle, after that he decided to become a devotee. He said, oh, this ISKCON is actually genuine. If the Prime Minister of India, he told me this, if the Prime Minister of India is endorsing ISKCON, then it's not the CIA. It's not some weird organization. It must be bona fide. So millions of people, the whole of India saw ISKCON in awe. He raised the prestige of ISKCON in India simply by the work that he did. I'm almost done. Yes. So this is Vajpayee here again. And then here, Gurudev, he employed the Indian nationalist spirit in the service of Krishna. And this was one of his strategies. Yukta Vairagya, where he engaged the nationalist spirit in the service to Krishna. Now here is our dear Modi. He's meeting Guru Maharaj. And their connection was so close. They met on so many occasions that people in Delhi genuinely thought that His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj is the guru of the Prime Minister. Because when I moved to Naperville, this is in Chicago, just a suburb of Chicago, I got my house there. My neighbor, 3 houses down, we met her and she said, my brother, he's also a member of ISKCON. I said, oh, very nice. And he said, his guru, he's the guru of the Prime Minister of India. And I told her, he must like ISKCON, but he's not a disciple of an ISKCON guru. Because I was thinking, who's the Prime Minister? So then I said, what's his name? And then his name is Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. He's the guru of the Prime Minister of India. So, oh, yes, you're right, yes. But it was truly the case that they are so close. This is at Modi's residence. Now, I want to remind you that India has a population of 1.5 billion people. Right? So it's not easy to meet the Prime Minister. There's a lot of competition among sadhus to meet the Prime Minister. Can you imagine, who wouldn't want friendship with the Prime Minister, right? So it's Guru Maharaj's purity and potency that attracts these people. How is it possible that he could just be so close? You see how they're holding hands. The pictures ahead also show. My father wanted me to show you the Gita that was made. So the Prime Minister came to the Delhi temple, very historic occasion, on February 26, 2019, to unveil the world's largest Bhagavad Gita. This Gita was made in Italy, right? And it was shipped on a ship. And the Prime Minister himself came to unveil it. This was televised all over India. Here you see. There they are. Guru Maharaj's sense of humor was so sweet. He would just say one line and people would just be crying in laughter. I'd be laughing and crying. And here we go. Yes, he's being given a wonderful souvenir Guru Maharaj is giving to Prime Minister Modi. Here's another image of him there. And Srila Gurudev made Bhagavad Gita a symbol of ISKCON and Indian national identity. The Gita was a place where everyone could unite. And as we had mentioned, his life was Srila Prabhupada's books. He was a trustee of the BBT until the last day of his life. And here we go. This is the new warehouse that he built and the devotees in Bombay built of Srila Prabhupada's books. See how big this warehouse is? This is just a year before Guru Maharaj passed away. This is one of the largest warehouses in the world of books, any books. And then Prime Minister of India would send Janmashtami messages every year. Guru Maharaj made a Srila Prabhupada coin. Right? So he wanted to, in every way possible, praise Srila Prabhupada. That was his life's mission. He made a Srila Prabhupada stamp, he made a Prabhupada coin, and this coin, you think, well, COVID, you can't preach in COVID, right? We all took a nice break in COVID. Guru Maharaj is busy. This coin was unveiled during COVID time, and that's why you see the Prime Minister Srila Prabhupada here on Zoom. Guru Maharaj on Zoom and the Prime Minister on Zoom. And on Zoom, they unveiled the coin, the momentous coin of Srila Prabhupada coin in India. So he was working throughout every moment, day and night, just how to please Srila Prabhupada. These are some of the words of Prime Minister Modi. about Srila Prabhupada, how much respect Guru Maharaj instilled in him regarding Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj himself. This is again regarding the coin. This is now not just the Prime Minister, but the President of India receiving a momentum of who? Srila Prabhupada, right? He is giving her statue, Srila Prabhupada, like a deity, but like that, Srila Prabhupada. And then this was just in politics, the effect, you could say, the impact in the whole nation of India. And that was, just 5% of what he did. He built temples all around the world. One devotee counted that the number of temples that he was inspired or built or oversaw was 225 temples. Today, ISKCON has 800 temples. In front of Srila Prabhupada, 108 were built, and the rest were built by his disciples. And taking Srila Prabhupada's mercy, his potency, Guru Maharaj built 225 temples, and also oversaw some of them. Didn't directly build, but 225 temples. Of those, 18 were in Delhi. And these temples are right here, in every major suburb of Delhi. And these temples, they're so beautiful. You think that they're built in Dwapar Yuga, right? So beautiful. This is the latest one in Rohini. And in one place, Guru Maharaj writes, there's many different numbers given in different places, but he writes that Srila Prabhupada had said, at the most that he ever said to build in Delhi was 18 temples. So this Rohini temple was the 18th temple. And once he did this, he was so happy. It was like right after that, said, my work is done. He started to tell devotees, I don't know how much longer I'll stay here. Because he was ready to go and serve Srila Prabhupada in his next place, receive the next instruction. So when the 18th temple was built, devotees were jumping in joy, but their hearts were also sinking. Because they thought that now he's done his service for Srila Prabhupada, will he leave now? And sure enough, just literally 2 weeks or 2 weeks after he left. And this is the pictures of this Rohini temple, the installation here. And this is Lord Nrsimhadev in Delhi, the third Nrsimhadev deity that was established in the whole of ISKCON. These were his personal deities, Gaurnitai, and he had over 250 Shaligram Shila that he would travel with. 250, imagine. This is Guru Maharaj in Berkeley, USA. These are different homes, different places in the USA where he was traveling. Seattle, Detroit, DC, in Canada, Vancouver, Toronto. This is Toronto right here. And this is right here. This is Boise, Idaho. And though he did so much, he was the emblem of humility. When we were doing the Rath Yatra, he wanted to sweep the ground in front of Lord Jagannath, be the street sweeper, just like Maharaj Prataparudra. And this is in Russia. So as though that wasn't enough, he was preaching in East Africa, as Prabhu mentioned, in Mauritius, in Pakistan, and in Russia, and also Eastern Europe. In Russia, Guru Maharaj, I was fortunate to go with him twice there over different trips. He would do 3 programs during the day, morning, afternoon, evening, and then he would travel at night by train. And so there was never, a still moment. And one place that we went, I remember some places in southern Russia are next to the Middle East, and the people are Muslim. Like it's a Muslim area, and they have these big, it just feels like the Middle East. So we went to this one house, and this man was there. He opened the house. He had a nice black suit and a turban, and he had 3 wives standing next to him. He was a Muslim man, and he had his man, 3 wives, and about 20 children all around him. And this man, we came in and was like, where are we? He offered obeisances to Guru Maharaj. He, offered him prasad. Guru Maharaj ate prasadam. He was his disciple, a Muslim man with 3 wives, like a real traditional Muslim who had taken, given his life to Guru Maharaj. And finally, this is parting words on May 5th, 2024. Guru Maharaj left this world. And before even the devotees asked, the Prime Minister to do something, he immediately wrote a message in his honor, and Guru Maharaj left. The President also did the same. He left in service to Srila Prabhupada. His life, 100%, dedicated to Srila Prabhupada.
My question is that we talked about the use of nationalism to propagate God consciousness, but I read one of Prabhupada's book regarding teachings from Queen Kunti, and he mentions nationalism is not our go-to.
Yes, so I'll answer that. So he employed it in Krishna's service, but it's very clear that we're not nationalists or we're not enemies of Muslims.
Okay.
So everything can be used in Krishna's service. So people, they love their country. So Guru said, fine, you love your country. What is your country? What's the glory of your country? It is Krishna. It's Bhagavad Gita. So he used it in Krishna's service, but this was his great beauty, but he was never a nationalist himself. Guru Maharaj was equal to everyone, every caste, every creed, every politician, every political party was his friend, and he engaged them.
Hare Krishna, I'm going to be very, very short. I do want to give 5 minutes of my time to Premala Mataji. She took the trouble of cutting short her trip to LA to see off Surubi and came here this morning, so I'll give her that, but 5 minutes. Okay. Please recognize Neil Prabhu and Nitin there and all his team for cooking us a feast. Do not go without eating it. Nitin is on that door and he's on this door. If you walk there, they'll bring you back in. I have many stories. I'll see if I can focus on a couple of things. When Maharaj came to Boise, the first thing he saw that we had started a small center, and you can see his vision. He said, you need to build a community. And I'll just give you his greatness. So we were just half the size what you see over here. And so he was going on a walk, and one of my God brothers, Sri Hari, as he was going through, on the left side here, the next house, he said, Sri Hari, why don't you buy this house? And Maharaj said, Sri Hari said, well, I don't think they'll sell it to me. I've tried. He said, okay, no, you just try. And then he left for Vrindavan, Sri Hari, and 2 weeks later, there was a for sale sign on the property. And I called Sri Hari, and she said, oh, this is all Guru Maharaj's mercy. Please sign on my behalf the agreement. And so that house belonged to us, to him, but it was part of the community. Then, same way, he asked Amrita Mataji, we talked about a couple of days back, and she said, she lived in Meridian with 4 kids. She really wanted to, he said, you should move next to the temple. I said, Maharaj, we don't have the money. And no, he said, you just try. And same thing, it's a long story, there's a chapter in this book. I keep on bringing the book up, you should read it. I know who's interested in the history of the Boise temple. And lo and behold, about a month later, a real estate agent who was not the most honest person, was more like a car salesman, I won't name him. He came, he said, you build this temple, you think you might be interested in taking the property next across the street. I said, no, I've given out my money, but I know someone who might be. So we'll go talk to them. So I called Amrita on the phone, and she screamed on the phone. I still could see my ear ringing. Anandru, take the property. So we had one next door, and Srinivas Prabhu had one over here, and all of a sudden, we had a community. It was one of the few places in USA where you could go in dhoti kurta with a bead bag and go across the Martha Street and nobody would say a single word, or they would appreciate it. So that's the potency of, a saintly devotee's words, that Krishna has to make sure that they come true. Fundraising, he called, when this temple was being built, he called up Srinivasan Prabhu. He said, I want to talk to the R&D manager of Micron. He just said that. I'd like to talk to the R&D manager of Micron. So, I know his name, but I won't say anything. So Srinivasan went. She had really no connections all the way up there. Ranjan Prabhu does, but I don't think he did at that time. And so he kind of went sheepishly, and he came. Maharaj didn't ask a single word, give or this or that, just talk to him. That was, again, he was a friend to everyone. Okay? And the next thing you know, he was one of the biggest donors for the cultural center. His brother-in-law, okay, same thing. And there are very nice instances, and then I'll stop. He came, saw Maharaj, and he has a story in the book. And Maharaj said, didn't say anything, just be vegetarian. Okay? And he writes in here that the very next day, so he said that about 10 o'clock that evening, starting the next day, he stopped eating meat, onion, garlic, everything, and he converted them, his sister and everyone else, to stop eating meat. So just saying those words. There are so many devotees who were made, so many congregation members that were influenced by him just by his words. That's why we see. So we owe a lot to Maharaj for building this community where we all are sitting here. I guess that's all I'm going to say. Premlala Mataji, if you can keep the promise. Hare Krishna. Gopal Maharaj ki jai. Gopal ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji. First of all, my Dandavat pranams to the Shavdar Prabhu and all the senior devotees sitting over here. And I really thank Anantarupa Prabhu for giving me the opportunity. Actually, I was praying in my heart that Guru Maharaj, if you want me to speak, I will be very happy to speak and glorify you. So, as Anantarupa Prabhu said, that Maharaj came here for last 30 years. So when we came to Boise in 2000, and then we started contributing to the Boise temple by services and all, it was 2002. And then around 2005 or 6, we started like knowing little bit about ISKCON, and we invited Maharaj at our house for home program. It might be 2006 or 7. And then next year when Maharaj came, he remembered us, and he told that I want to go to the same house that I went last year. And when Anantarupa Prabhu told, I was so happy that how could Maharaj even remember, we were not like actively participating in any of the ISKCON activities that time, but we were so glad, and we again hosted Maharaj. And Maharaj sat there for about 2 hours. That never happened. Radhika Raman Prabhu told me that it never happened that Maharaj relaxingly sit in like one shot 2 hours and talking with the devotees. So very sweet memories. During that time, as I told, that I was very like childlike, impudent. And in one of the meeting when my house was full of devotees and guests, I told Maharaj, पर हम तो movies वगैरह सब देखते. So Maharaj, like I said that I watch movies, Bollywood movies and all, and we go eat outside in the restaurants. And Maharaj just smiled and looked at me and said, you are on the right path. That, he could understand that I was being very honest. I did not hide anything from him. So, and then little did I know at that time that after a few years he will be giving me initiation. So, very sweet memories. Then one time, Yes. One time I remember that Maharaj was just sitting over here where Dashavtar Prabhu was sitting, and it was morning time, and I was coming from Boise State University. I was studying at that time there, and then some crazy person came with a naked weapon in the hand, and he was shouting, and he was telling, "I will kill you," and all the devotees were just stunned. They like this person was carrying a weapon in his hand, and Maharaj was just so calm, completely dependent on Krishna and Prabhupada's mercy. And you don't see this, anybody can panic in that situation, but all the devotees handled it so nicely. And then later on police came and then apprehended that person. So there are many sweet memories. Just one last memory, Prabhuji, that I really want to say, that I went to Vrindavan in 2022, and I really wanted to see Maharaj from my way back from like when we landed in Delhi. So I called, and it was very difficult to get to Maharaj because Maharaj was always surrounded by many guests, and Maharaj was not doing good health-wise. So I was trying to get through because you go from so far and you actually want to see. And then I got hold of the Dashavtar Prabhu, and then he said that Maharaj is saying that he is coming to United States and you can see him over there. And my heart just broke. Like tears came to my eyes that how can Maharaj did not want to see me, and how come their servants not allowing me to see? It was really heartbreaking for me. And yeah, it did actually. It really broke my heart. Yes. So anyway, so we continued to our journey, and little that I know that just few minutes that we drove, there was a huge tree fell on the road, and the traffic was just jammed. So if I had went to see Maharaj, then it would have taken me 2 more hours, and our journey would be so delayed. Like instead of reaching there 12 o'clock in the night, we would have reached there like 3 o'clock in the morning without any food or nothing. So Maharaj kind of knew this, that this would happen. So that's why he told me that you don't come over here, I will see you in United States. And so one time when our Boise temple was going through the reorganization of the management, this is very important. I really want to say this because all my life I was very average person, and I did not feel that my opinion matters, and I am eligible to say anything in any matter that will count or that has some value. But when Maharaj came, he specifically said my name and said that when you make management, when you make the board, please include Prema Leela. She is very intelligent. So this is not about me. This is about my Maharaj, speaking of me so highly, that really had meant so much. And this news actually gave me, Srinath Prabhu gave me this news that Maharaj said so. So thank you Maharaj so much, and we will dearly miss him all our life until the end. And I just say thank you Maharaj for for giving me initiation, and gave me that position that I am a disciple of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. So I am very proud of this fact. Thank you, Hari.
Very good. So now you know why we gave her the mic. She's the manager, she's the vice chairman of the temple, so I have to do that. Thank you very much for staying with us. I hope there's so many devotees who didn't get a chance to speak, and I do apologize. But I think you got the flavor of it. So what you can do, if you can please start the kirtan, we'll bring Maharaj's photo. Dashavtar Prabhu will bring in. He's going to have him take darshan of Sri Prabhupada and the deities, and then we'll go around. Let's see, we have to do right to left, but we don't want to go this. Yeah, go straight, don't come to the. And then, so, okay. So with the kirtan, in the meantime, we'll do some preparation with the Samadhi, okay? Hare Krishna. Maharaj ki jai, Gopal ki jai. So, Kirtan. Anami Mother, you want to do Kirtan?
So there's Kirtan, Samadhi, and then peace, right?
Yeah.
So don't leave without the peace.
What is it connected to?
A Wi-Fi.
I have my hotspot.
Yeah, but then we have to end the stream and then switch it on to the
I think we should just wait in the Samadhi.
Do you think
Inside the temple we can basically cover Maharaj taking darshan of the deities, Prabhupada. We could probably go here and then probably around the house, right? So that is the Wi-Fi.
yeah, the Wi-Fi router is about the same.
Once we go there, we won't get anything.
Is it worth it to end the stream and start?
Flip it onto the
procession now. We're gonna go out. I don't know when. Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare